To room number one, The Awakening. This is the first painting in our arc, so we're basically at the level of utmost freedom and connection to utmost spirit. This is where we're basically coming out of additive or showcase evolution, where in order to enhance our survival on the animal realm, say there's an apple on a tree. In order to get that apple out of the tree, I need to hope that the next generation has a longer neck in order to reach the apple, or evolves wings to be able to fly up there and get it, or claws to be able to climb the tree. Well, that works, except for what happens is mammals get to an evolved state where our skull structure starts to evolve. And as our skull structure starts to evolve, we create room for our brain to start to evolve and form more and more layers. And eventually it creates the neocortex, and especially the prefrontal cortex in the very front part of our brain, which is the objective and executive decision-making part of our brain that allows for us to basically have objectivity and understand the world and ourselves in the way that we do now. This is a bit of a tragic painting because it's two Cro-Magnons giving birth to the first Homo sapien baby, and the mother and father in this painting will never truly be able to understand why their child is different. It looks different, acts differently, but that child will be able to finally ask the very first truly conscious evolutionary question, which is why? That leads to an understanding of the world that's unprecedented. Before, it was basically worked out through instinct and reaction to environment. Now we can think objectively and make choices that are better enhance our survival. For example, if a fire is sweeping the Serengeti, all the animals will run away from the fire. The human animal, with objectivity, this newly evolved prefrontal cortex, will be able to think objectively and realize that if he runs toward the fire, there's a watering hole that he can jump into, and the fire will eventually catch up to all the animals and burn them and kill them, and the human will survive by going against instinct, overriding it with this new objectivity. Well, this is a great new technology to enhance our survival, but it's totally freeing in that regard, and it's totally connected to spirit, because it's all the rain god and the wind god and the gods of the hunt, but not even that. We don't even have articulated the concepts of God, or there is no religious system yet. It's all guttural. It's all very the feel of the earth and the whispers on the wind, and in that way it's very connected, and sort of the sense of divine is experienced corporeally every single day. That is a very freeing, very spiritual kind of way to live, but the only problem is you don't have any understanding of the way the earth works. We're a curious animal. We haven't developed language to be able to talk and be social. We haven't developed the ability to, we have to follow the herd everywhere it goes, and we have to really, it's just rough and tumble. The age rate is very short, very harsh survival. If you break your arm, you're just no longer useful anymore. It's very like cut and dry, to the point, but connected, but also not a very evolved intellectually, or just an understanding of the world level range of consciousness. As we start to develop empirical knowledge of the way the world works, we go into number two, which is basically the first forming of societal structure. Here, there is no traditions or religious systems or anything to constrain you at all, so you're also very free in that regard. But in the same way, those things actually help to bring us together and get a sense of community, and things that make survival easier and more fulfilling in a certain way. So let's go over that.